Good morning, family. All right, there we go. That's the 10 o'clock feel I like to feel, the love. All right. We get things going. Of course, I just want to make a quick announcement. Fairs.edu/MLK has all the details for each of the events, all of the collaborative partners for this year's celebration. And so this is actually my 10th year as chair for the celebration. Has been a great experience, but a campus-wide effort, definitely. And so let's just give a round of applause to everybody that's coordinating events. Now, the thing about the length of life, after accepting ourselves and our tools, we must discover that we are called to do. And once we discover it, we should set out to do it for all of the strength and all of the power that we have in our systems. And after we discover what God called us to do, and after we discovered our life's work, we should set out to do that work so well that the living, the dead, or the unborn couldn't do it any better. What I'm saying to you this morning, my friends, even if it falls your lot to be a street sweeper, go on out and sweep streets. Like Michelangelo painted pictures. Sweep streets like Handel and Beethoven composed music. Sweep streets like Shakespeare wrote poetry. Sweep streets so well that all the host of heaven and earth will have to pause and say, "Here lived the great street sweeper who swept his job well." If you can't be a pine on the top of a hill, be a scrub in the valley. But be the best little scrub on the side of the hill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. If it isn't by size that you win or fail, be the best of whatever you are. Now, there will be a day, and the question won't be, how many awards did you get in life? Not that day. It won't be, how popular were you in your social setting? That won't be the question that day. It will not ask how many degrees you've been able to get. The question that day will not be concerning with whatever you are, a PhD or an OD. It will not be concerned with whether you went to Morehouse or whether you went to no house. The question that day will not be, how beautiful is your house? The question that day will not be, how much money did you accumulate? How much did you have in stocks and bonds? The question that day will not be, what kind of automobile did you drive? On that day, the question will be, what did you do for others? Now I can hear somebody saying, Lord, I did a lot of things in life. I did my job well. The world honored me for doing my job. I did a lot of things, Lord. I went to school and studied hard. I accumulated a lot of money. Lord, that's what I did. It seems as if I can hear the Lord of life saying, but I was hungry, and ye fed me not. I was sick, and ye visited me not. I was naked, and ye clothed me not. I was in prison, and you weren't concerned about me. So get out of my face. What did you do for others? This is the breath of life. Go out this morning. Love yourself. And that means rational and healthy self-interest. You are commanded to do that. That's the length of life. Then follow that. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. You are commanded to do that. That's the breath of life. And I'm going to take my seat now by letting you know that there's a first and even greater commandment. Love the Lord thy God with all your heart, with all thy soul, with all thy strength. I think the psychologist would just say, with all thy personality. And when you do that, you've got the height of life. And when you get all three of these together, you can walk and never get weary. You can look up and see the morning stars singing together and the sons of God shouting for joy. When you get all of these things working together in your very life, judgment will roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. Thank you.